All right, guys, it's Mark here from Movito, Costa Rica with Costa Rica Playbook. I'm going to tell you right now why we made the move, what it's like living in Costa Rica, and with all the uncertainty and history repeating itself again, why this is a good time for you, the one who's watching this video, to maybe think about making this move. If it's not for you, but it might be for your family. And I'm going to give you my input in depth of why we did this. When we were living back in Canada and what made me make the decision to leave, this was just prior to COVID. You know, I thought, if the government were to come out when they said, COVID, we've got this virus out, that if I were able to sign something and sign off that I wouldn't hold the government liable. If I were to get sick and die from COVID, then, I would have stayed in Canada. But when going out to, stores, I had a few incidents. Once at a grocery store, I had someone grab me by the back of my hoodie. And back then I was a big built guy. He grabbed me, threw me to the floor and wanted to fight with me because I didn't have a mask on. Now, I have sometimes respiratory issues with my sinuses and all that. So me wearing a mask, now I was a stonemason, so when I wore masks, I had the proper filters to keep out dust, and that would properly keep out a virus. But when people started wanting to fight me in movie theaters, supermarkets, restaurants, I even had people that tried to sabotage my vehicles because, being a builder and traveling, we were always going places, and they were pointing me out back at home, and we lived in just beside Hockley Valley, north of Toronto. I got sick and tired of it. I got tired of all the media. I got tired of everybody going against each other due to the government that, I couldn't hug loved ones. I couldn't go see friends, call on your neighbors, call on this person, call on that person. I was sick and tired of it. I was sick and tired of having to put all my money in my bank and then giving the government back money. When we were living in Canada, I was a builder for 25 years. I built multiple homes, big projects, small projects, and we didn't know where our next paycheck was coming from. So living in Canada, it's you live to work. It's not you work to live, right? So you wake up in the morning, you go all day, and we would put in 12, 15, 17 hours a day. You work Monday to Friday, half a day Saturday, you have a Sunday off, and you'd work so hard just to save up that little bit of extra cash to maybe go away for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks out of the whole winter, and you get excited for it. We got tired of it. We got tired of the taxes, tired of being told what to do, tired of paying so much money and seeing no end to it. That's the hardest part about living in Canada. And then when writing off stuff for the business, you can only write off 10%. You can only write off 15%. You can't write off your meals. In Costa Rica, I write everything off 100%. We came here during COVID and no masks. People were hugging. Everyone said hi to you. You walk down the street, and if you stopped someone to talk on the street, they wouldn't look up from their phone and look at you and want to fight you. They'd look up, put their phone away, sit and talk. But that's just the way it was. And it's just a different way of life. So when people come down and they meet with us and we go out, my horn must have 1,000 honks on it a day, because everybody we pass, we honk, and they're like, do you know that person? I don't have any clue who that is. Well, they're waving to you. I go, yes, you get used to it because it becomes a small mentality again, small town mentality. And it's like stepping back into the 80s. Kids are running around playing, parents are having a good time. Every house, a pool is not a luxury, a pool is a necessity. So every home has a pool, but it's just a better way of life. But what I love about being here is it brings me back to my childhood. It brings me back to a time where kids can run around free. We don't have break-ins. We're not having car thefts. So when you hear Costa Rica, stay away, the crime is on the rise, we're actually in one of the safest places in all of Central Latin America. Once you come and you get to see and experience the mountains, the 1,275 waterfalls, I kind of sound like a lapa, which I learned as a parrot, but that's what this is all about. It's enjoying what God gave you. It's nature. It's getting back to the way it was. So if people always ask me, well, Mark, don't you get homesick? After 4 years, I went back home for a week and went to Trinity Mall, and I'm waving at everybody and talking, and my wife looks at me and goes, Mark, what are you doing? I'm like, what? Because people are looking at you like you came out of a mental institute. I'm like, I'm saying hi. She's like, people don't say hi here. It's kind of nice to come back to reality and be in a place where home is home. And that's what Costa Rica is to me now. This is home, and this is what I choose over Canada. So So please, if you guys are looking for help, let's call this place home for you too. And I'll show you a better way of life.